Hi, welcome to Polymer Clay TV. I'm Ilysa and I want to show you some really fun stuff today having to do with our brand new launched DIY Fairy collection. And you can find all these products at DIYFairy.com. So let me go over them and then I want to show you how to make a few things because we had some questions about some of the things, and so I want to clarify a few things and let you know what's what. Okay. So first, this is actually the shrine cutter, the home shrine cutter that I used. And I did the unicorn silk screen. We have an overall unicorn silk screen. You can do a whole sheet of it and cut it up and use it in so many different ways. So that's what that is on black clay. And these are brand new cabochons. They're hot fix cabochons. And what's cool about them is obviously you can stick it in the oven and nothing will happen to them. And they will adhere. So we have, I believe it's going to be 14 colors and in the 4mm size, and these I believe are 6mm size, and they're sold in sets. The 4mm aren't up on the shop yet, but these are, and I love them. I'm using them all over the place because I can't help myself. I just love them. Look at how cool these look in the flower, which I thought was a really nice way, you know, and to add them and add some interest. This is actually the gate, one of the gates. I believe it's the garden gate silk screen. Actually, I have them right here. There's 3 different gates. There's one that has 3 gates, and then there's the castle gate, and then there's the garden gate. So I was right. So this is the garden gate, but what I did was I turned it upside down, and I thought, well, this would make a really cool necklace. I can dangle something from it. I'm not anywhere near being done with this, but it was just the start of it, and I was just playing because I'm thinking, okay, well, once I make a gate, what else can I do with it? And I was like, oh, let me turn it upside down or use parts. Like this one here is parts of the gate. So I just, and this one here, let me show you here. Was it this one? No, this is this one here. So I've used it, and these are actually going to be a pair of earrings, and I did it so that they would face opposite. You see how they'd be a really cool pair of earrings. So even though these are gates, you don't have to use them as gates. Is the whole point about that, what I want to make. Then we have the silk screen that has words on it, because I can't tell you how many times I've wanted to do words and use those little, you know, rubber stamps, and everything goes wonky and it drives me nuts. I want my letters to be in a row, not all over the place. So I said, Kira, we need some silk screens that have words. So that's what this is. And it's all magical words and fun stuff. And I think you'll really enjoy playing with that. I actually printed some here. This is actually scrap clay, but it turned out gorgeous. These are upside down, I think. You know, and so you can cut it. Ooh, this is something here that I'm going to show you in a minute. These are our fibers that are all stuck. But I'll show you that in a minute. I'm heating up my iron to show you. So, you know, you can do words. And here's another. Andrea Daniel gave me the idea to use these little cabochons. I got everything stuck to this. That's magic. To use these little cabochons for the top of a mushroom. How adorable is that? And they're hot fix, so you don't have to glue them. When you bake them, they stay in there. And I've tried picking them out and did a good job trying to pick them out, and they didn't come out. So that's a plus. So that also makes your life easier. So on this here, actually, these are the fairy windows. They come in sets, and you can cut off the edge. Like some of them are set up as a pendant, like this one here is a pendant when you get it, but I cut off the loop and now I have a window, you know, so, or it's great to put in your door. Like Aoife from the Irish Polymer Clay Guild, she used one in her fairy house. Oh my gosh, it was so cute. And I'll share those photos with you too, so stay tuned for that. So that I showed you. This is just the brick silk screen, which is always good for like fairy houses and stuff, but you can also make jewelry out of it. These are going to be a pair of earrings that I'm going to do something funky with. So you see where I'm going with this. You can do lots of things, you know, with it, even if that's not what it's intended for. So if you're not into doing fairy projects or whatever, you can still use them for fun things. So we also did some texture sheets, and let me show you those. We did a wood plank one because I can't tell you how many times I found wood plank things, but they were too big for jewelry. It didn't look right. The wood was like not in the right place. So we did that. And we did a cobblestone, which is awesome as well. And this is actually the cobblestone I had done and showed, I think, on a previous show. And then this one is one of TJ's brand new ones, and TJ Floyd, and this is from the Enchantment collection. And you saw me do these on another podcast or another video cast, and here's another design as well. So you can just kind of do anything with them. They're such cool designs. You can just have fun all day with them. So as you can see, I did a lot of these unicorns, and on this one I took gold leaf. I sent it through my pasta machine on the thickest setting and crackled it on the next thickest setting, and then I came back and I silk screened over it. And how cool is that? And this is silk screen here as well. So this is the dragon skin silk screen, which obviously I'm not using it as a dragon skin, but yet it looks adorable. This too, these were the dragon skin silk screens. So what I'm saying is think outside of the box. You don't have to use it exactly as intended. You can use it 1,000 different ways as well. As you always hear me say, the sky is the limit. So here this is foil too, and if you've ever seen dichroic glass, it has this look just like foil, you know. I mean, it's just a really cool look, and it looks really cool if you add it to liquid clay, or you add, you know, it is as some kind of inclusion, so you can really play around with it and get really different looks. So the foil is pretty neat. I like it. And so it comes in, I think, 6 different colors, and this is just crunched up. Literally, I sat there and went like this, and now this could be a beautiful wing on a butterfly. Imagine it as a dragonfly wing. And then we also have these other pieces. These are already cut up into little, you know, pieces that you can include in the clay. These are called fairy sprinkles, and there's 3 sets of those. There's 2 sets of the cabochons, the hot fix cabochons. Then of course we have, you know, different leather that goes with that. And these are fun. These are the new cookie cutters from TJ Floyd's Enchantment collection. I can imagine this one as like a frame. It almost looks like an easel. I mean, maybe with the word on it, with her texture in the background. Just lots of fun possibilities. So those are really cool. Okay, so that brings me to the fibers and what we're going to play with today. Let me move all this out of the way. But you get the gist. There's lots of stuff in that collection that you can play with and have fun. All right, so these are the fibers, and all you need is some paper towels to do this on, and you just want to pull a small amount out. I did a big amount at first, and my iron didn't seem to be able to handle it. I've got this little tulip iron, and the AC's blowing it away. Don't go away. Hold on. So I'm gonna work a little faster and keep my mouth shut a little more so I can not have these blow away. All right, so I'm just gonna do a thin layer. I made the mistake of doing a thick layer before, and with the iron, you know, this little tiny iron probably wasn't the best idea. So I'm just grabbing a few different ones and gonna leave it at that. So if you have a piece of paper, you can do it in that. This is just some parchment paper, and I'm just going to run my iron over it, moving it as I go. I don't want to like keep it in the same, I don't want to let it move around. I just want to move my iron and not like keep it stuck in one spot. So you do this, and you can peek at it, and all you have to do then is peel back, and you've got a bonded piece. See, it's all stuck together right now. Then you can come in with scissors. You can use hole punches. Hole punches are, those punches are a little more difficult because, you know, the fibers can get stuck. So scissors may be your best friend with this. But you can cut out little pieces and add it into jewelry to make it look dichroic. Let me just cut off a little piece here to show you. But you saw how easy and fast that was. Now, dichroic glass, if you're not familiar with it, my mom worked with it, and it came in sheets, literally just sheets of glass. So you would break off pieces of the glass and then put it into your design and fuse it or whatever you were going to do with it. And so really you could use this the same way. This would be great with a clear liquid Sculpey, would be fantastic looking with this in there as an inclusion, because you'd see the dichroic, yet, you know, it would just pop. It would be really, really pretty. So I haven't done a lot of that kind of work yet, but I will. And let me just, and I will take pictures and show you and share online. So definitely, you know, join polymerclaytribe.com on Facebook so that you can see the pictures that I post. But you can also stamp on this, okay? Let me set this aside. Let me go grab a rubber stamp and I'll be back, and I want to show you that. So, to stamp on this, you're going to need some heat set ink. This is a pigment ink, and it's by Sukaneko or Imagine Crafts now. And what you do is you ink up your stamp, okay? And then you want to put your fibers on your stamp. Put this back over it, and now iron again. And again, you want to keep it moving. And you'll see the design starting to come through. My cord is a little short here. Oh, I hope I didn't mess it up. But you see your design coming through. Then you have an idea that it's ready. And I don't know because I moved it, but let's see. There you go. How cool is that? I mean, seriously, the possibilities of doing this. Now, you need to make sure that it's a real rubber stamp, like this red rubber stamp, because if you did it with one of our texture sheets, it might melt. It has to be a certain temperature, so you need the red rubber to do it with. But, I mean, really, there's so many possibilities, and I hope you will just explore and come on over to DIYfairy.com for all your fairy goods, and obviously createalong.com for everything else that we carry. So I hope you have fun with this. I hope you're going to explore, and I'd love to see what you make. So don't forget to share it at polymerclaytribe.com. See you next time. Thanks for joining me.